chickens, how are you all? Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you're preparing for your SATs and your ACTs. And in this video, we're going to discuss a very tricky grammar concept. We're going to look at the ACT question, but this can show up on both the SAT and the ACT. My name is Kansi Sieberson. I'm the inventor of the Sieberson method. I wrote these two books, this one and this one, both on SAT and on reading. And I have a YouTube channel, so welcome. And without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to minimize myself, make myself very small. Take a look at this question number 56. So just a heads up, we're looking at 56 because, coming from personal experience, sometimes I'm looking at a different question. So we need to be looking at 56. If you need to, pause the video. If you said F, this video is for you. Chances are you probably recognized that the first part of the sentence, the ruse worked, is an independent clause. The word ruse, for those of you who are non-native English-speaking chickens, the ruse means trick. The trick worked, that's an IC, independent clause, because it has the subject and the verb. And the second part, there was no red balloon in Rhode Island, is also an independent clause because there has a subject and the verb, independent clause. And if you know anything about grammar that has to do with standardized testing, you probably know this rule that two independent clauses could be divided by or separated by a period, a semicolon, or comma. Fanboys. Fanboys are your coordinating conjunctions that represent a specific relationship between those two independent clauses. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so are not all interchangeable because each of them communicate a specific transition relationship. And if you've seen my transition training, you probably know that there are three types of transition relationships. It could be continuous, it could be reversal, or it could be cause and effect. But, which is the coordinating conjunction that is being used in this sentence, is providing you with a continuous, reversal, cause and effect, reversal relationship. So now, in order for us to justify using comma but, we have to see, is there a reversal relationship? Well, the ruse worked. There was no red balloon in Rhode Island. Only a computer-generated decoy. An example of a reversal relationship would be, Harshul is a very smart student, but he is unable to get 1600 on the SAT. Harshul is smart. That would be subject verb, independent clause. He is unable. That would be subject verb, independent clause. But the relationship is clearly reversal. He's smart, but unable to get 1600. Here, the ruse worked. There was no red balloon in Rhode Island, only a computer-generated decoy. There is no reversal relationship here. The ruse worked. Let me tell you more how it worked. Let me tell you more, or maybe there's a continuous relationship, or maybe even like a cause and effect relationship. Why did the ruse work? Because there was no red balloon in Rhode Island, only a computer-generated decoy. And if I remove this doodling, you could see that they're talking about a red balloon, that when the picture of red balloon in Rhode Island spread throughout the internet like a virus, spotters raced to Province to verify the sighting. And the ruse worked because people rushed to Province town to verify the sighting, but there was no balloon. It was just a computer-generated decoy. So make sure when you put your comma fanboys in between two independent clauses on the SAT and ACT, make sure that the transition, the coordinating conjunction you're using is justified. Let me just quickly remind you of some of the relationships that they represent. So F in fanboys, many of you know, stands for for. And you would be surprised that comma for actually represents a cause and effect relationship. Let me show you an example from a reading section in November 2017. Right here, it says, he was the elder by several years, comma, but, reversal, but at the moment he looked much younger, comma, for, because his transparent complexion flushed suddenly. And I apologize for all of these notes. This is fresh from my session with a student where we kind of murder the passage, and you probably see these numbers and there's a dollar sign. Please don't think that this is my hourly rate. Nope. This is every time I talk about a sentence, an independent clause, I think of it as $100 idea. So we just counted how much this sentence, it's a long sentence, how much the sentence is worth, like 100, 100, 100, 100. And that one was a dependent clause. So therefore it was a 50. So the whole sentence was worth 450. But that's a side tangent. What I wanted to communicate is that comma for means because. And it also showed up on test 6, official test 6, in a prose fiction passage. So please go look at it. And I know that comma for like sounds a little bit old fashioned because it is. And just remember that comma for is a cause and effect relationship and is continuous nor reversal, but reversal, or continuous yet reversal, and so is cause and effect. So for you, for many of you, that would be more familiar to be a cause and effect. It was raining, comma, so we went to have brunch inside, which is impossible to have brunch inside these days. Let me know if you have any more questions. I think this is helpful for a lot of you who struggle with choosing the correct punctuation. And now I'm actually going to give you the right answer. The right answer for this question is G. Remember how we talked about how a period, semicolon, and comma fanboys, they all do the same thing, but not exactly. So here, because you cannot justify having a but, because the reversal relationship is not present, it has to be a period. Hope this helps.